This is one of the very first impressions that you have on your potential clients, so it's important to nail it, right? Today, I want to share with you how I recommend responding to inquiries with a solid email template. What's up? Welcome back to another episode here on the Ashlyn Writes channel. I'm Ashlyn, calligrapher and copywriter, and I help creative entrepreneurs just like you sell more with your words so you can work from a place of rest, not hustle all the time. Now, before we get started, make sure you hit subscribe to this channel. I make new videos every single Friday, and I'd love to see you back for the next one. Now, I wax poetic about the glories of email templates, and having a super solid inquiry response email template in your arsenal is something that you need to have. Copy that closes the sale is important everywhere in your business, from your website and beyond, but it is especially important in your inbox, right? Plus, no one likes the awkward crickets when you send off a response to an inquiry and you hear nothing. Whether you are the one in your inbox or you are looking to outsource and hand that off to somebody, which if that's you, go you. This is one of the #1 emails that my students ask me about, and I totally get it. From my potential calligraphy client inquiries to my copywriting services inquiries to more recently inquiries about my speaking services, I have had to make sure that we have had templates on hand so we're able to respond to these potential clients in a prompt, friendly fashion, but we've also been able to include all the details that they need to make the decision. You want to call for the sale without being too slick or too cheesy. You want to show your value, you want to use your brand voice, and you also want to close consistently enough to ensure that there is going to be food on the table at night. No pressure, right? Templates get a bad rap sometimes, but you can still give a super tailored, personalized response, and that is the part of my workflow I want to show you today. So these are my 4 inquiry response template hacks. Hack #1, state the problem back to them. One thing I want you to start doing is baking in room in your inquiry response template to state your lead's problem back to them. Now, they have likely given you a gold nugget when they came to you asking about your services. They probably explained why they're frustrated or why they need this in the first place. People buy when they feel heard and seen and understood, so if you can reflect that back to them, they're going to be more likely to continue listening to you, trust you, and want to buy from you. Now, if you don't, I would definitely recommend including in your contact form some sort of space for them to tell you what their problem is or what they're frustrated with when it comes to this situation. This is what ours looks like in HoneyBook, the client relationship management tool that we use, and I will link above and below in the description box the how-to video that we did behind my workflow process using HoneyBook and Trello. Hack #2, don't give TMI. Before I spoke at Trubaya Retreat last year for wedding industry entrepreneurs, I asked all of them to pull me a recent example of an inquiry template that they had sent out. All of them included TMI, and from our point of view, I totally get it. We are the creative entrepreneurs trying to run a really honest business and give as many details as we can up front for our potential clients. Here are a couple of those examples. You can kind of see what I'm talking about. Just so many details, right? Well, think about where your potential lead is. They don't know as much as you do. They don't know the cute names of your packages or services. They definitely don't know the jargon that is specific to your niche in your industry, and they may not even know what is an appropriate budget that they should be looking to stay within for whatever it is that they're coming to you for. So here, I want you to simplify, simplify, simplify. Confused customers or clients don't buy. Back in my marketing agency days when I was creating email templates for Delta Airlines SkyMiles Medallion customers, I learned that the goal here of these inquiry response emails is really just to get them to the next step in the sales process, and then so on and so on and so forth. You really just want to get them to take that one next step. One example of how you may be giving TMI is from one of my students recently. She had beautiful website copy that she had worked through my Copywriting for Creatives program on, and she came back and she said, I get them to that inquiry email and then I hear crickets back. So we looked at that inquiry response and she was including way too much information. A little example of that is about how she was including an 8% vendor markup fee on vendors that she had booked. Now, her bride was nowhere near even knowing really what a vendor was or going through that whole process. So do you see what I mean about TMI? Which brings me to hack #3, give them one call to action. I cannot talk about this one enough. We really need to grease the slide and make it so easy for our potential leads, clients, and customers to book with us. So I want you to make it very crystal clear what it is that you want them to do next. Now, you know yourself. You may be the type that you think if I can just get them on the phone or get them on a video chat, I can close the sale. People fall in love with my sparkling personality. I just need to talk to them face to face. If that is you, you want to include some sort of copy in your email closer to the end that says something to the tune of click here and set up a time that works for you in your busy schedule. The mini secretary scheduler that we use in my business is called Acuity. I'll link it below in the description box. It works great. Now, if you do in-person consults, you may want to give them 2 to 3 times that they can choose from if you're not using a scheduler for Acuity, and direct them to pick the time that's best for them. If you send a client magazine or pricing guide, which is a great touch, you'll want to include a link to that at the bottom and direct them to click here, open it, and then choose the time that works for them. It is totally okay to have more than one call to action, but I just want you to be careful about how many different commands and hyperlinks you're giving them to do. A tip here is to make it really clear in your copy what you may want to do with bullet points or numbers. So do this, then this, then this. See what I mean? Finally, hack number 4, send some champagne. Now what we're doing here is using a classic old-fashioned sales lever like scarcity or authority. This one is reciprocity. You know how hard it is to fight back the urge when somebody gives you a compliment to answer it with a compliment? That's because of reciprocity. When somebody gives you something, you usually want to give them something back. This isn't sleazy, but instead I just want you to step into a place of service with your potential leads and clients. You probably have an incredible resource that you're already sitting on, whether it is a how-to blog post that you did, a freebie download that you've already created, a video how-to that you've made. What I want you to do is at the end of your client inquiry response template, include some sort of a PS and just give them that freebie as your gift to them. It'll help them along in their process, but it will also create some good rapport between you two. Now, I recommend reviewing all of your email templates, especially this one, every single quarter. And I also would recommend creating a 3-day follow-up email template that you can use when you do happen to hear nothing back. It does happen from time to time. People are busy. This is what ours looks like. It is our honor to be able to lead our clients as creative entrepreneurs. So I really want you to own it and step into that position as you serve them and close the sale in your inbox with leadership. It takes a lot of email templates to run a creative small business, but no worries. I have made a list of 28 that you need to have on hand. Just look below in the description box and you can get your hands on that freebie. Also, comment below. I love hearing from you guys and I wanted to see what you are going to implement first out of these 4 tips in your inquiry response email. Don't forget to hit like and hit subscribe if you want to be notified when we post new videos here on the Ashlyn Writes channel, the only place where you can learn how to sell more with your words so you can work from a place of rest, not hustle.